starting off, I'm going to be talking to you guys about history and the importance of science in Germany. So according to Coy, Germany's always experienced immigration, negotiation, and confrontation. Germany hasn't always been a big country, and the country hasn't been around for a lot of time. Most of its time it was under the Roman Empire. It never had its own ruler, and it was always ruled by bigger countries. It was also ruled by Prussia and Russia at one time. So Germany's dealt with a lot of immigration, different immigrants coming into their country to seek persecution. Like they leave one place to go to a different place because they want a better life. Germany was that place. Germany had great living and they made a lot of money, and a lot of people went there for new work. In the 1700s, World War I happened. No, it's not, sorry. In the 1900s, World War I happened, and that was a terrible war for Germany. Germany lost about 2 million people in that war, and it was, as we know, a fat L. World War II came around. World War II meant the rise of Adolf Hitler. In 1933, there was a big revolution, and there was a ton of different people who said, no, I'm the ruler, no, I'm the ruler, no, I'm the ruler. And they were all going back and forth about it for a long time, a couple of years almost. And one day, a guy named Adolf Hitler said, he stepped up and said, no, I'm the ruler now. So from 1933 to 1945, until he died, he led the German army, and he created the typical word Nazism. And Adolf Hitler was responsible for about 15 million deaths, and he was Germany's biggest and most powerful ruler. And although he died in 1945, we can still see and feel his effects today. U.S. and Britain ended his reign in World War II, which meant that, the U.S. and Britain ended his reign, which meant that Adolf Hitler was no longer around, which meant that they needed a new ruler, and that meant the split between East and West Germany. So after 1947, East and West Germany were two different countries. You couldn't travel between them. You weren't allowed to go between them. You're either West German or East German. They were called the German blocs, and that was around from the Cold War until 1995. So about 40 years, Germany was split, and you couldn't travel between. But now Germany is together again after the Cold War, after the Berlin Wall was built and destroyed right there. So now Germany is once a country again, and they're under a ruler. I don't know the rule right now, but I know that it's a Democratic Party. It's not anything crazy like it used to be. So that was all of the history of Germany, and now I'm going to talk to you guys about the science portion of Germany. Who here has heard of Albert Einstein before? I'm sure you've all heard of Albert Einstein. Nobody would really guess, but he is actually German. He grew up in Germany in 1979 and was born in Württemberg, Germany, and moved to Switzerland when he was 13 years old, actually, because Germany didn't have good education system, and his parents really wanted him to be smart, so they said, go to Switzerland, learn, do college, do all that stuff, and come home. So he came home after Switzerland, he came home after doing college in Switzerland, and he really decided he didn't like what was happening in Germany, because back then, that's when Adolf Hitler was rising to power, and Albert Einstein was big on no bloodshed, and he really was a big peacemaker. He really didn't want problems, and he wanted people just to get along. But he's also known as a hypocrite because him and Robert Oppenheimer created the nuclear bomb, which killed hundreds of thousands of people. So he's obviously not that big of a peacemaker if he's building bombs for people. He won many awards in Germany, and he also won awards in the U.S. One of the best awards he won was named after him, but it was after him. It was called the Special and General Theory of Relativity, and he won that award in 1921 through 1941. So he won the award for 20 years straight. And in 1921, he actually received the Nobel Peace Prize for his photoelectric phenomenon. He lived in the U.S. from 1934 to 1955, and in 1955, he died of a brain aneurysm. And I don't know how old he was, but I knew he died in New Jersey. So that was the history and the science of Germany. And now it's